September, but it's happening on the 6th of October, as you would say it. And yes, I committed to at least having one free webinar every month in 2024. And so far, we've been able to get to where we are. Last week, Sunday, was really a blur for me. It was a whole lot happening at once. And I had a particular speaking engagement that was of short notice. And as much as possible, I didn't want to cancel. So I decided that, okay, let me move this webinar by 1 week. And here we are, the anchor leg. It's interesting that we're in October and this is still the anchor leg. And we are saying finishing strong in the final quarter of 2024. And yes, we've done quite a lot of things this year. I hope that you are proud of yourself. And if you're not proud of yourself, I'm sincerely hoping and praying for you that going forward from this particular night and throughout the end of 2024 you will be proud of yourself. And then if you have been proud prior to now, then I'm looking forward to you being more proud of yourself. And I can imagine that a number of you might have gone to check what exactly does the anchor leg mean. Did anybody check? Got into chat, let me see. Did you check? Did you find out what's ankle leg? What does this even mean? Which leg? Why is it an anchor? Anyone who checked, anyone who was curious, if you didn't check as well and you felt, okay, when we get there, SDJ is going to tell us whichever category you fall into, go ahead and put it in the chat. And if you're that person that already knew, what ankle leg meant, but then you told yourself that, oh, to a large extent, let me just go ahead and here's what SDJ still has to say in this particular regards. Let me also see it in the chat. All right, let's go, let's go. The topic just kept me expectant. Yes, I didn't check. All right, that's good. Um, Sheriff says, I didn't check when we reach about. I like that word. Like, look, I can't bother my head about that. Did you just say ankle leg? That's fine. When we get there, we'll see what it means. That's good. That's good. That's good. All right. Anybody else? Anyone? Are you typing? Should I wait? We're about to start. I didn't check. I don't know. I knew before. Anyone else typing? None? Come on, guys. Come on. Hi, Nifemi. Welcome, welcome. Okay, I guess just to ankle, we get leg now. Like, ankle, we get leg. Let's see. I'm happy you're doing that, Michael, because there's going to be a lot of that in tonight's webinar. And in case you've not laughed all day, I assure you that I'm going to try to get my humor cap on and get to laughing tonight. All right, let's go into the webinar. Now we're going to look at 6 different parts. Ready, set, run. Gaining momentum, leaning on your strengths, be relentless, be flexible, and crush the finish line. Excuse me. And all of this should already tell you that there is a run somewhere. And that takes us to exactly what ankle leg means. In a relay race, the ankle leg is the final leg. So usually in a relay race, there are 4 people who do the run. It's usually 400 meters run. So each leg does 100 meters of the 400 meters. And the ankle leg is the final leg of the relay. And usually it's the strongest person, the strongest athlete that is put at the ankle leg. So in case we've been messing up for the first and second and the third baton pass, we want our ankle leg to go there and do that one last sprint that takes us to the finish line and takes us to success. And then usually the second best leg is put on the first leg, the second best athlete is put on the first leg so that as much as possible, we are able to gain a lot of, space, a lot of mileage, a lot of advantage at the beginning. So yes, that's what happened at the beginning of the year. There you are putting up all your what's it called now? New Year resolutions, setting your goals for the year and all of that. And I know that you came into 2024 with a lot of energy, with a lot of expectation. If that's true, come and put it in the chat. Let me see it. And you came into the year with that, we're going to make it this year. This year is when this will happen. This year is when that will happen. And then I'm telling you that whatever energy it is that you had at the beginning of the year that was so great, so fantastic, with all the motivation you came with, this end of the year requires much more because this is the anchor leg. This is the best quarter that you really, really should have. This is the best race in 2024 that you should run. Okay. So Michael says on my New Year resolution book full, I'm telling you the new goals, and some of them were carryovers from 2023. But here we are. All right. So now the anchor leg speaks to the fact that 3 laps have already gone by. You've been working hard all year. You've been putting in all the effort, going in for the interview. You probably started a new business, your savings, maybe you even relocated, you got a new apartment. So many things happened during the year. But we now have 3 more months to give it our best, to work harder than we have done in the other 3 quarters and give the year a fantastic finish. So even if you've not done well in the first, second, and third leg, we also expect that, look, this particular leg, you should be able to accelerate, close the gap, and finish strong. You get what I'm saying? So you're going to be looking at all of the things you've learned, the strategies that you have put forward, and so many other things like that. So this is the final stretch. No, it's not the last webinar for the year, but I thought it important to do that because we can't gain momentum in December, right? All the momentum we want to gain in December is towards Christmas. Abby. All right. So let's go. Now the first part, ready, set, run. You have put the first 3 parts of 2024 not only behind you, but also picking the elements and the learning of it to put it in front of you. So this is the time where you really want to look at yourself. What exactly have I done right? What didn't I do right? Why did I, get that deal? Why did I miss that deal? Why did I, get all of that energy in the beginning of the year? Where did all the energy go? Because all of this, every single thing that has happened this year, whether it is, self-induced or government induced or family induced or health induced, whatever it is, they are learning points for us. And this is the time that you want to dig deep. And in digging deep, you are using all the tools, all the skills that you have learned, all the experience that you have gathered to focus on finishing strong, to focus on finishing with purpose. And it's okay if you are like, oh, SDJ, forget. I did the beginning of the year, I wasn't even interested in 2024. I wasn't even making any plans. And that's fine. So why didn't you make plans? Why didn't you get interested? Why are you interested now? All of those thoughts was as part of what your own digging deep will be. And then what has motivated you? What has discouraged you further? What book have you read? What news did you hear? That you can say, I'm taking this as a tool. I'm taking this as an experience. I'm taking this as a skill. So it's not only the get ready on your tracks, get set and get set. Some people can do the get set like 1,000 times, but then there is the run, there is the goal, and this is a time for the goal. And if you have to put in, I mean, I really wish we had this webinar last week. So you would have used last week to now to do all of the checks, but it's not too late. It's never too late. Today is October 6th. You have October 7, 8, 9, 10, probably till 11 and 12 to the next weekend to go ahead and check, to dig deep, check all that you need to check. And let's focus on finishing 2024 with purpose. So it's either you are revisiting the why for 2024, or you're setting a why or a new why or setting a different why, whatever it is, we are finishing 2024 with purpose. Is anyone saying yes in the chat? Come on, let me know that you are here. So still getting ready, still getting set, and still running this year. You need to remember that God is our coach. But it's not just our coach who is telling us, oh, this is what you can do, or you can get better, you can move on faster, you can move on harder. He's also the one that supplies the strength, it supplies the grace, it supplies the resources that we need all through this journey. So I need you as much as possible to put your trust in God all over again. It is God that gets us from where we are to where you want to go. Yes, I know I'm your coach, and I will never, 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 never attempt to be God in your life. Yes, it's God that can take all of us from where we are to where we want to be. And that's what your coach does for you. Okay. So now is the time to leverage all of the hard work. It's the time for you to move forward. Stop thinking about the setbacks. Stop thinking about what you thought wouldn't happen that happened. Some of us, were out of job. You didn't even imagine that they were going to lay you off. Some of us lost loved ones, maybe not necessarily even to death. Maybe, you had a good relationship in your life, or maybe not even good. Maybe a toxic relationship ended and it really took a toll on you. And that's okay. That's like stumbling at the second quarter, stumbling at the third quarter and all. But yes, now you're here, you're happy, you're strong, you're steady, you can do this. And I'm rooting for you. I know you will finish strong. So it's not a time to relax or lose focus. Most people say, oh, once we get to the ember month, the year is about to come to an end. There's no reason. No, no, no. For you, the year is not coming to an end yet. You've got 3 more months at least. Minimally, you have 80 days to go ahead and hit the ground running and do it really well. Okay. So everything that you have done so far has prepared you for this moment. Positive, negative, the lackadaisical attitude, the oversleeping, the waking up early, the praying in the middle of the night, the trying to get back to God, the trying to connect with friends, networking, trying to save, all of it, whatever, it has prepared you for this moment. And you should really remember that. So now to look at how it is generally as far as that we are Niger people now. Niger people will say, better no for my handle, right? So this is the quarter where you prove that all your hard work wasn't for nothing, right? So no darling, guys, no darling, no, 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 no darling, no excuses, no for man, no for your hand. In the beginning of the year, there was that conversation that was like, oh, no grief for anybody. Yes, all the no grief that you shouted. Yes, this is the time where you want to say, no, I'm not following my own hand. I'm not going to sing the same song like I've sang year in, year out at the end of 2024 again. I'm going to make the remaining 3 months in this year count. All right. So going on to the next point, once now that you're ready to do the run, you need to gain momentum. There's no time anymore. It's not the time where you're like, oh, I'm trying to warm up, let me see, let me see. No, there's no time to say anything. Finishing line is there. Everybody, last leg, relay. Even you that you are the person watching from your TV or from the audience, you almost cannot breathe. Like, my gosh, like you're literally, your mind is moving the leg of the athlete. That's the same way. You need to gain momentum. And it's not just about that. The effort, the push that is required is what yes, keep going, keep going. Don't start from scratch. Don't start to say, oh, let's put it all down. Well, if you have not started at all, yes, that means you're starting from scratch, right? But from what you have built, from the things that you have learned, okay, how can we wrap all of these things up? How can we put an end to this year in a grand style? Not, oh, let's think of it, and then we now use the 3 months again to think. That's what you did in January. January, February, March, you used it to think. No, we can't use October, November, December to think again. We have to build on everything that we have already done. And that is where the gaining of momentum is. And that is why you find out that in a relay race, the person who is going to receive the baton is already, moving fast so that catch up with me, give me the baton as I am on the go. And that is what the mind should be. Don't let anybody pull you down, anybody start giving you stories that are not yours, right? So, like the psalmist said in Psalm 18, verse 33, says, now I run like a deer. I'm king of the mountain. It's not like, oh, I'm hopping, I'm jumping. I'm not acting like a rabbit who is waiting and looking left and right. No, 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 no. I'm gaining momentum. I'm staying focused. The end goal is what I'm going for, and I am moving with intention. I'm sure of what I'm doing. Yes, my hand might be at the back trying to receive the baton, but that is because I am also putting together all that has happened in the year and using it as my strength to go forward. Is anyone still here with me? All right. So the key is to focus on our race. Focus on your race and trust God to make it work. But focus, 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 focus. There's no time. Focus, move, come on, leave all the noise by the sideline and all of those things. Don't think about who didn't do it well in the first leg, second leg, third. Now this is the fourth leg. It is dependent on you. Come on, let's go. Let's move. Let's get it all done. Okay. And then, of course, as you know, in Niger, we say eyes on the prize, bro. No distractions, man. You already started with no dulling. So you're like, come on, we're going. Now, yeah, now that we're going, come on, get on it. Eyes on the prize. Let's go. Let's do this. Okay. Okay. Moving to the third point, lean on your strengths. And I know I'm not getting chat to what's happening. Are you still here with me? Am I going too fast? Do you want me to chill out a bit? Do you want to ask questions at this point? Ah, okay. Michael says we are here. It's only Michael that is here. Michael, let me just focus on you because right now, no dulling, man. No distractions. Eyes on the prize for me tonight, too, right? All right, thank you. Yes, yes. Especially as I'm going on a great pace. Nifemi says we are with you. Oh, thank you for taking it in, says Andrew. Thank you. Shirafumi is here. All right, let's go. Fumi is also here. Oh, great. Fantastic. Very good. Good to know you're all here. So lean on your strengths. And I'm not saying there are no weaknesses. I'm saying there's no more time. This is the time where you want to think about what is that super thing that you do that pushes you fast ahead. No, it's not the time to now say, oh, let's see, let's try, let's test. No, we're not testing. We're finishing the year. We have goals. We have things that we have written. There are a few things that might not happen again. For example, if you plan to start a program in September, you probably should have, put in for it, written your application earlier in the year, maybe April at the latest, and by September you should have started. But maybe you didn't do that. Okay, so there's no time to dilly dally on that. That's just like falling the category of a weakness. What is left in that goal that you can still achieve? What is left of the things that you have? Yes, good. Which one area are you strong? Can you pick up a short course, something that you can be done within 6 weeks, in 8 weeks, so that we can say, oh, we didn't get into the program that should have taken us a year to complete, but here we are. We still got this certificate, this 6 weeks, this 8 weeks course, this 2 months course. No time to just, do all of this. Oh, I'm checking, I'm seeing, I'm waiting. No, 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 no. Focus. And of course, you already know the things that have worked a bit and the things that didn't work. So focus on using that. You're not running blind, like I said here. You are equipped with what you need to handle this last leg. We can't go back to June. We can't go back to April. So there's no reason thinking, oh, I wish, or it would have been better if. All right, all those are gone. What do we have left now? What do we have right in front of us? That is what we want to focus on. Okay, so you've gathered strategies, and don't let the big English make you feel like, oh, strategy. What strategy do I have? Strategy is the way by which you do something. Yes. So there's a way you have done something that has worked for you in 2024. And perhaps there are ways you have done it that didn't work. So that is you knowing the strategy that doesn't work for that particular thing. And that is a skill. Many people don't even have that skill of knowing what strategy will work or what wouldn't work. And you've gathered support systems. So you've made a few more friends. You've connected with some old ones. Your parents, your family is still there for you. Your friends, your brothers and sisters in the church. You probably picked up one accountability partner, or something. You probably have a new mentor now, or you want to reconnect with an old one. Don't waste any of the things that you have found. Don't now say, oh, it's not good. No, 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 no. Go ahead, go for it. Do it. Stay agile, stay on your feet. Don't look at the things that didn't work out. Focus on the joys, focus on the strength. Okay. Even when obstacles come, remember that you've got what it takes to handle them. You made it through till October. Nobody can tell you that you're not a winner. Okay? So, in Niger, we say, guy, you can do this. You can go for it. Come on, you can do this. It's not to say it to yourself, come on, I can do this. I can go, I'm going for it. I can do this. Are you saying that? I don't see it in the chat. I can do this. You have to say it out and let everybody around you be wondering what it is. Go ahead, I can do this. I've got this, man. I've got this covered. I'm going for it. Right? Go for that promotion. Go for that new business idea. No, don't waste it. Don't waste time. Don't waste anything. Okay, we move forward. Yes, yes, I love the energy. I can do this. Awesome. All right, the fourth one, you have to be relentless. One of the things that I believe so strongly is that we are strong in the African race. Nobody can even try to tell me we're not. And I'm saying this for real because let me even go from a negative, in quote, standpoint. Quite a lot of African nations had to go through the rigors and the horrors of slave trade. And we made it through. We made it through being the equipment. I'm here to say that being the tools to change the world. Things that are now being mechanized, that machines are doing now. We did it in those days. So we are strong. So you are strong. And this strength is not only in the strength of the hands, it's not only in the strength of your muscles, it's in the strength of your mind, is in that ability to stay, to say, look, it hasn't worked. Many people cannot, face the things that you have faced in this life and still be standing. And look at you. Look at how you got, a new job. You got promoted in that new job while you were trying to get your certificate at the same time, while you were taking care of your parents, and then you got married in the middle of it. I mean, are you serious right now? You had a baby in the middle of all of that, and you were still able to make sense of that dream. Now it's time for you to know that you are relentless already. So go on and be that relentless. Nobody is slowing down for you, and you know it already. And you can say, "Oh, that's not fair," but life isn't fair. You go ahead and take all the things that you want. Other competitors are not waiting for you to get your feet. Time is not even waiting. You've been here for how many minutes now? That you can never get those minutes back. Every single time, all the gisting time, the WhatsApp time, the social media time, all the bans on X, you can never get that time back. So what you have left is what you want to, hold on to with your all your strength, with everything that you've got. We didn't imagine that we would be in this situation in Nigeria as regards the economy when we started the year. Look at where we are. The economy is not waiting for us. And personal challenges come. Some of us have had to, get hospitalized, or maybe not even us, maybe our family members, but we have had to break savings to help, to support. Those things will never stop. And yes, it is scriptural as well. Jesus Christ said to us already, he said, in this world, you will have tribulation. So we're not even trying to say, oh, it's because there's no, 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 there's no because everybody is facing one thing or the other. So now is the moment where you want to outpace all of those things that have, been the reason why something did not happen before, and then finish strong. You're not the only one affected by the economy. You're not the only one affected by time. You are not the only one with personal challenges. You're not the only one that, dollar to naira rate is affecting. Good. So be relentless. Just outpace it. Stop using those things as excuses and work towards finishing strong. So you want to double down. You want to push in more, drill in into the ground, close that deal, fall over and over, submit that work, submit that project, finish that assignment. Oh, my job is so stressful. Yes, we know your job is stressful, but do it regardless. Reach your goal. Haste that task. No one else can do it for you. And there's no time. So you have to keep going. You pursue your goals this last 3 months like you've never done before. If you thought you gave it energy before, it's time to give it more energy. You can't give up now. You have to be relentless. And I want you to think of it like you're chasing down four in Lagos. If you have never lived in Lagos, Nigeria, you might not understand what I'm talking about. But man, you either catch the bus or you don't catch it. It's just, and if you don't catch the bus, you must wait for the next and the next and the next. But I don't want to call it bus. You either catch the downfall or you don't catch it. And then if you keep waiting and waiting, I can imagine you got out of the office on the dot of 5 o'clock to say, I want to beat traffic. And then you are there, you are missing the first downfall, missing the second, missing the third. Man, traffic is loading for you. It's gonna be a long night. You get what I'm saying? So come on, don't wait, don't stop. Give it the energy. Don't come and now feel like, oh, I mean, what was the point? There's the point. You've made it through 9 months. That's the point. This is 10th month. You're doing it better than you have done before. Do you get what I'm saying? All right. It very said giving up is never an option. I tell you for real. You go again and again and again and again. Got to get home, right? You are not going to sleep on the road. You're not going to sleep in the bus stop. And you can't walk either. Your house is far. All right. So the next point, be flexible. Be flexible. And I'm saying that because, yes, there's a way you would have wanted it to be. I mean, there's the kind of car you would have loved to be riding by now, right? There is that, good, fantastic relationship you thought you would have been in as at now. There is that kind of job, that salary you thought you would be earning, the customer base you thought you would have had by now. That's fine. And not being able to achieve it, whether they were due to external circumstances or internal demotivations, you will certainly face challenges. Everybody will always get that. I told you that I had a speaking engagement last Sunday, and I remember making an analogy. I was giving an example, and someone asked a question there and said that, oh, how would she deal with self-doubt as a female being a leader? And I gave the example of how Pastor Adeboye got to preach in Bishop Oyedepo's 70th birthday celebration. And he was talking about how he watched all the program all week and he was wondering, how am I going to be the one to preach on the last day for crying out loud when all of these great preachers have already come and done all of this? So that shows that even that Ijio himself, at some moments, it will face the challenge of, okay, so what will I say again now? When all the so that Ijio can be thinking that the fact that you're thinking it means that something is right with you. So don't talk yourself down because you're facing internal doubts and or you didn't do what you're supposed to do. But remember, one of the things he said was that he thought, oh, okay, I'm going to read a particular scripture. He said only for Bishop Oyedepo's son to come and preach that scripture again that he planned to read. So he told himself that even though Bishop Oyedepo's son was probably saying everybody should say praise the Lord or something like that at that point, that he will come and say, let somebody shout hallelujah, something like that. That's being flexible. So even if he had a way, he would have loved to preach the message because other people have gone ahead and done it in a certain way. Flexibility allowed him to now put in his own. And then it was such a rich sermon. It was full of humor and it was really beautiful to listen to. And yeah, he finished the task. He aced the goal. Or aced the task. He got to the finish line. People got saved. Everybody laughed and there was a relaxed atmosphere. So please be flexible. Things might not go the way that you want it to go. That strategy might not be able to be like you wanted it. Oh, I wish I would have planned it like this. Yes, the key to winning in the anchor leg is to be flexible. Don't stick to the same things that you've been doing repeatedly that have not been working. And I said here that being flexible means that when things don't go exactly according to your plan, you quickly adjust without losing your stride. Because losing your stride can cause you to fall. You are running. Yes. So you're like, okay, what adjustment do I need to make? What difference do I need? Do I have to put this button on the right hand to my left? What exactly do I need to do? Perhaps you're running and it seems like the running shoes just want to be messing up in some way. Do I have to kick it out of my leg and run barefoot on one or barefoot on one leg and with the running shoes on the other? Be flexible, still ace the task. So be willing to tweak your strategies for the best outcome possible in the situation. It might not be the best outcome that you have set, but sweetie, if you plan to have 100 and as at now you have zero, that's zero. But if you work hard, tweak what you have to tweak and get 15. And at the end of the year, you are 15, away from zero, and then you are 15 closer to 100. So then in 2025, good, we're picking up on 16. But if you're like, no, it didn't work out, this is my plan and it didn't work, then it means that when we get to 2025, you're still going to be on zero. And everybody who probably tried will be starting on 16 in 2025, and you will be on zero. And that's not what we want. You understand? So be flexible and tweak all the strategies that you need to tweak. I mean, if the soup is too small for the people that you wanted to give, maybe you're expecting five guests and seven shows up, no problem. Put the soup back for fire and add small water, join on now. I mean, make everybody chop now, be the main thing. All of this rigid, it must be like this. The soup must be this thick. Now, for me, person chop. All righty. So we go on now to the final, which is cross the finish line. Cross the finish line. So that you can't make all of these attempts. I am trying. I am putting the effort. I am trying. I am. And then you will not cross. No, 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 no. You have to cross the finish line. And that is what it means to walk into your achievement. And maybe, like I said earlier, you wanted to have a master's in XYZ, but all you have now is a certificate of attendance for XYZ. That is fine. You got something. It is a foundation for the greatness that is coming. It is extra knowledge. It is extra feathers to your cap. That is an achievement, babe. Walk into your achievement. And this is where you can finally say, oh, yes, I did it. And yeah, I would have loved to do it on a grand scale. I would have loved to have 1 million people watching me live tonight. But am I grateful but that there are 10 people in the house? Yes, yes, that's it. Oh, no excuses. I can't say, oh, I mean, what's the point? I couldn't do it last week. Many people thought it was last week. Now they don't have time. No, that all of that is an excuse. I did it. I'm doing the webinar. I'm here. And like the psalmist said, I nailed them. They were down for good. Then I walked all over them. You can say that and be proud. You too want to put something in your name, say something about yourself, and put your shoulders up and say, man, I did it. It was tough, but I did it. I would have loved to have 50. I have 5, but I did it. And yes, now that you've done 5, next time we're starting from 6, not 0. Do you see what I mean? So finishing strong isn't about that speed alone. It's about consistency. It's about perseverance. And that's what happens because it's a marathon. Yes, I know that I'm using the anchor leg from the relay race, but life itself is truly a marathon. It is the number of people that finish. So you can't say, oh, 6,000 people have finished the marathon now. Let me just stop in these 2 kilometers and sit down on the floor. No, 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 no. You don't quit. You don't give up. You're going to finish. Be consistent, persevere, keep going. And when you cross the finish line, do it confidently. I don't care who went ahead of you. I mean, you gave it your best. You gave it your best. I remember this video that was on Instagram. I'm sure quite a number of us would have seen it about a son who pulled a muscle while he was running and he was really winning. And then his father ran, whether his father was coach, ran to the track and put him on the shoulder and helped him to hop till the finish line. Even though he didn't win the race, he finished. And that makes a lot of sense. That is so good. Yes, if you have to crawl till you get to that finish line, that's great. Do the crawling, but finish, finish. When you do it, you will be proud of yourself. And I said it here, be ready to celebrate that achievement. Celebrate it. Don't look at what you've got and you say that, is this what your mates are? Do you know your mates that are making nothing? Sweetie, go be proud with the 20K you make. Do you know how many people are literally standing on the streets to beg? Like they don't even have money for anything. And you're saying, oh, with all the things all the business I'm doing, I only made 100,000. Yes, sweetie, celebrate that achievement. You that made 100,000 naira today will make $100,000 tomorrow. And from there, it keeps getting higher and higher and higher. That's the energy. But if you never finished, then you're going to feel like, oh, I never finished. Oh, I've never done it before. No, you're not a quitter. Get on that place and finish confidently, knowing you can say it to yourself. You can hit your own chest and say, oh, I gave it my own best. And that is exactly what makes us, proud of ourselves. And of course, in Nigeria, as we say now, oh more, I nail, hey, I nailed this. Let everybody be saying their own. Yeah, yes, I have PhD. Then I give me an honorary doctorate award. No, hello, I nailed the diploma. I mean, I nailed it. Don't let anybody be giving you you're not good enough kind of vibe. That is the kind of victory that we're talking about. Okay. So to conclude this webinar, I told you we weren't going to stay long. We're going to stay beyond 10 p.m. if we don't have to. The anchor leg is not just about finishing, but finishing well. And if you have to tweak your definition of well, please tweak it. Definition of well for me is that you gave it your best. That's the well. It's not, oh, at this stage, based on the fact that I am 34, I should have. No, 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 no. That's not the energy. Because if that is the energy, it will never be enough. The things that you are hoping to get by 34, somebody has gotten it at age 15. So what do you want to do? Hit your head on the ground. And I tell you for real, what you have now at 34 that you're not celebrating, someone is 65 and he has never had it. So what are you talking about? The ankle leg is not just about finishing, it's finishing well. And my definition of well is giving it your best so that you wake up tomorrow and you can tell yourself for real that no, 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 I didn't quit on it. No, I didn't make excuses. No, I didn't do a shoddy job. I gave it my best. And of course, you're accelerating, you're overcoming obstacles, you are finishing with a sense of accomplishment. The sense of accomplishment is your own. I don't care what life has to say, what people have to say. Yes, and I'm not saying we shouldn't be competitive enough to do better work than other people. I'm saying let your primary focus be that today you're doing better work than you did yesterday. And tomorrow you are determined that when tomorrow comes, you will do better work than the work that you're doing today. That is what I call growth. That's what I call advancement. Okay. So to conclude again, it sure say, even if NEPA try to take light, God on gen never fail, man. God go on gen standard. Eh? All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Thank you for coming for the Anchor Leg webinar. I'm waiting to hail you, to, give you all the accolades. And by that side, you know, cheering you on. You've got this, darling. You can do it. Today somebody walked up to me and shared the particular business idea that she wanted to start. And I felt so proud that, my gosh, you're not, giving up. You are thinking through other ideas and all of those things. And I really, really was very proud of her. And that's the same way I want to be able to talk about you anyway and say, man, did you see a berry? Precious did, Nifemi, Michael, no, I want to, Andrew, one other did this, did you see Alteni? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Be sure that even when you are not there, I'm going to be saying, have you guys seen? Have you even seen what Oluwanimi is doing? I'm going to be saying that kind of thing. All right. So well done. I'm so proud of you. I'm looking forward to celebrating your success. And yes, yes, let's do some questions if you have any. Okay. All right. Yes, yes, to the chat now. What Dola says consistency, no giving up, no grief. I tell you, no grief for anybody, no grief for even yourself. When yourself says sleep some more, you will tell yourself, say, I beg, I beg, I beg, I beg. We're not going to make all the money on this bed. Avery says true. Ono says finishing well means you have given it. Yes, absolutely, Ono. That's right. And Michael says, even if petrol no dey, we go use solar. And no be us. So now God go just on that gen. Whether na blood of Jesus, the generator go dey run. Because even petrol these days, and these days I don't been raining, the sun fit no come out. I don't want no other side. Make God just on gen steady. Yes, Precious says, show me like mad. All right. Godson Jen never feels. I tell you. Yes, thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Sharifumi. Thank you, Praise. Fifi. Oh, Fifi, hi. Good evening. Yes, yes, you're all welcome. Yes, such a timely teaching. Thank you, Tiluanimi. Thank you, Lola. Thank you, Fumi. Thank you, Nifemi. So yes, guys, just go and revisit all of that, those goals. check it out. And like I mentioned, you have a support system. And in case you don't, I mean, just call someone now and say, ah, guy, now, what do you do now? Can you, maybe you haven't been seeing them on Instagram and you haven't been saying anything. Oh, yeah, can you help me? And even if they can't, they can point you to somebody else who can. And even if they can't even point you to someone else who can, sweetheart, see, you, maybe not even them, you would know that you asked, you make the effort. You didn't just, sit down there in that space, just singing the usual song. You get what I mean? All right. Fefe says holding on to these words to the end. Yes, I'm so happy you're doing that. Thank you to Tenny. Okay, I have a question. The question says, how do I overcome imposter syndrome? It's eating me up. Hmm. So syndrome, to just cut it short, to give it a very simple definition, is where you feel that you are not good enough to be who you are or to produce at the level that you are producing or to occupy the space that you have been given or to be celebrated in the way you have been celebrated. That's just what it is, where you just feel like I'm not good enough. And it is majorly, something that many of us go through at different points in life. But what really powers it is our inability to look away from our weaknesses. For example, I said earlier that, yeah, agree for yourself, that even when yourself wants to even sleep a little bit of extra, you're going to tell yourself to get up from that bed. So imagine that you didn't get up. Imagine that you slept and imagine that you lose the deal. So you already have registered it in your subconscious that's how you don't take opportunities. So when something now happens and even you didn't push it, they are now using phone to chase you around. Oh, where are you now? Oh, yeah, now. And you're like, then you not get it. You're like, I don't deserve to be here. People that are doing extra hard work or are not even getting this kind of opportunity. And then that's a sort of kind of imposter syndrome when you feel you don't deserve. Look away from your weaknesses and focus on the fact that the person chasing you to do whatever it is that they believe you can do is because they know you can do it. You're in that office because you've earned it. And if you didn't earn it and somebody just looks and says, you know what, let me throw this on you, it's because they saw something in you that has the capacity to grow. That is the reason why they believe you can grow and fit into these shoes. So don't focus on what will take you out from that space or from that elevated position. Focus on what you have that can help to push you to achieve that dream. So if you are working in a capacity and perhaps you're not certified, yes, you can now decide that, okay, let me go with all this knowledge that I have. Fantastic. Can I get a certification to now back it up? When you do that, you find out that you don't start feeling like a fraud anymore. Because yes, but then you were not even a fraud in the first place because despite the fact that you didn't have the certificate, you had what I'll call innate wisdom, innate knowledge. You had that innate ability. You are skilled for it. You're able to do it. Some people practice more than some other people, and yet when they still get to the track, they are still not the winners. They are still not first place. And someone who now gets first place, who gets the gold medal, will they now throw the gold medal away and say, "I feel like an imposter. I don't deserve this gold medal"? No, take your eyes away from your weaknesses. Focus on your strength and run with it. Okay? I hope that has really, really helped. All right, guys. It's been a wonderful time. I always love doing this. Uh, you be in my DM if you have to be. I'm also looking forward to opening a one-on-one coaching time with a few people. Yes, it's going to be limited slots. So we're going to do that before the end of the year. So when you see any post that says one-on-one with SDJ, grab it because the slot will be limited. That's if you want. But even if you don't do a one-on-one with SDJ, sweetie, all that I have given to you is good enough for you to run for the year. All right. So take care of you. Be good. I'll see you next month. Okay. And if you have to go and watch this again uh on YouTube over and over to get your motivation on, that will be nice. All right. So take care. God bless you. Have a beautiful night rest. A wonderful last quarter of 2024. Okay. Bye. Precious says, love listening to you. Oh, I love you too, Precious. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Very says, was a pleasure. Yes, thank you. All right, guys. Good night.